Bonjour Watcher, this is Johnny Manga 45 and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. In the last episode we are seeing Yuji on the way back to home, I think. Yeah, back to home. Nothing much to talk. Would you mind if I take that seat? There are empty seats all over the train if I sit myself down right next to the man. This way he won't have to bother pretending to read a newspaper while shooting me a little guys outside of the corner of his eye. He just don't professional courtesy on my part. Leaning back next to my new friend, I seem calmly to the thoughts while pretending to study and advertise monitor about the agency. My immediate audience was that I always said to assume there's not going to be a few days of operation before Makina assassination is carried out. I want to believe they're going to approach this very carefully. One day I'll stand by. One day for us to learn and absorb the details of the operations. One day for ordering and provision the necessary equipment and machinery. One day for general review and familiarize ourselves with the equipment. Even estimating fact that I need 4 days at the longest. I had done the job, the companies would simply have locked me down and given it to another agent. I brought myself a little time here and now I need to use it to find a way out of this mess. That said, given the current situation, I'm not going to find any answers no matter how truthfully I think this over myself about obvious and critical lack of information. I can't even see my enemies. There's no harder way to fight a battle. The man who be sitting at my side verifying experience as really awkward remove himself from the train at the very first station stop. There wasn't any sign of someone taking his rest after all. On the whole, my returning on my way off surprised smoke, but this is not quite easy. There's an arm of the motorcycle park along the street near the entrance to the shopping district. Although the bike itself looks like fresh off the load, the license plate on the back is going to be better than one. Probably a special plate that seems surface on a number of vehicles over the year. Earning those paychecks, I see. Judging from the resources they're committed to survey, the client must be pretty on edge. Speaking of that client of ours, there are several points I'm having a difficult time getting my head around here. Around there, first of all, why they have decided Makina needs to die at this point. Considering we're talking about someone connected enough to request a job for our company, it's hard to believe they could have arranged something like this a long time ago. Up until now, Makina's enemy has been considered to keep her stuff away in the corner like a worthless employee to trouble out to fire. Even when she pokes her head out of the cage, they limited themselves to warnings, however blunt. So what's probably this casual change in policy to an outright assassination? I can't understand why this client allowed Makina to live until now, why they only now decided to kill her. Something must change. There must be a reason they can't afford to worry about appearance anymore. If I could identify that reason, I have a feeling I might be able to devise some counter strategy as well, but in the first place, who exactly is our enemy here? I think this is one question Makina herself will be able to answer even I were to explain the situation to her. Since they got Akasaka off his ass, we're talking about a group of individuals with significant power on the global scale. Obviously, they are involved with the illusions, however, the nation itself will make it heavy botox for private interests. 3 stats suggest the involvement of someone in the Pentagon or maybe a show from the NSA. Whatever the exact details, this is without a doubt turning into a proxy war against an extremely problematic opponent.
風見さん、お帰りなさいませ。お早いお戻りで何よりです。
Hey Sachi, what is Makina up to?
はい、先ほどおやつにホットケーキを3枚ほど召し上がられまして、今はご睡をしていらっしゃいます。
Taking a siesta, huh?
はい、起こしますか？
No, that's alright, might as well let her sleep.
かしこまりました。
Anything happened while I was gone?
あ、そういえば、先ほど風見さん宛ての封筒が届きました。
A delivery for me?
はい、こちらになります。
I instantly recognized the pale green envelope Sachi casually produces its standard Asahi clean stationery. Who brought this over exactly? My name is written on the envelope, but there is no address or post office stamp. We generally don't make a policy or trust the internal document to middleman like the post office. Someone from the company must brought it directly.
申し訳ありません。相手の方のお名前は確認しておりませんが、おそらくはバイク便業者の方かと。
Ah, I see. Motorbike's message are right up there with taxi driver as a popular side job at Ichigai. The man was almost certainly a co-worker of mine. Actually, come to think of it, I'm impressed you even got him to hand it over. Normally speaking, any internal documents, let alone something you go out of your transfer via sneaker, only decide direct delivery only, but here we are.
あ、 はい。最初は本人にしか渡せないとの一点張りだったのですが、では渡していただけるまで私もここを動きませんと申し上げたところ、15分後に私に託してくださいました。
You threaten her. You threaten him. Sachan. Just as Grisaia, but I'm thinking that delivery man had been planning to wait for my return out by the main gate or something. Probably wasn't exactly to deal with it, especially as woman in full maid uniform standing rigidly at this side like a diminutive Buckingham Palace guard. Even while I tried to be considerate, probably told Sachi, it's fine, I'll take care of it, or asked, why don't you at least sit down? This of course would have earned nothing but a cut. No thank you, as a perfectly stationary to continue to point to him with steady, unblinking gaze. That's probably pretty much just the way our comedy such a personality works, but I can understand how it might work more than a little creepy to an outsider. Probably work under the sheer psychology of pressure. Although on last 50 minutes, it's pretty damn pitiful any way you look at it.
何やら急に頭を両の手でかきむしり始めまして、ああもう分かった分かった、渡せばいいんだろうと、ともすればやけくそになったかのようなご様子でしたが、私は何か悪いことをしたのでしょうか。
Yes, you did wrong. You injured his psychology. You injured his mental. No, you find such a more importantly, was the man who delivered this envelope maybe riding a new-looking black motorcycle?
はい、確かに黒いオートバイでした。お知り合いの方ですか？
Nah, just not. That's not it. Just noticed his unfamiliar motorcycle stop at the entrance to the stop district. So I was wondering if it might have been him. I see. So he switched right over to civilians after dropping off the documents to me. If the guy can get worn out by such a state, he'll probably be the damn green new part-timer. When an observer with that kind of mobility is still somewhat troublesome. In any case, the matter got me in the end. Thanks, Sachi.
はい、お役に立てて幸いです。
The delivery for the company right now almost certainly has something to do with the situation we just discussed, but we're very strangely linked. From what Sachi told me, this messenger stopped by an hour and a half ago at the time I was staying in JB's office. In other words, the woman could hand this to herself if she wanted to. So why go out of your way to use an employee to deliver it then? I guess the simplest explanation would be they didn't want to hand over too much intelligence on the spot in case I decided to refuse my orders. Well, no point speculating until I have at least taken a look at the contents. これは The thick shape of A4 paper that emerges from envelope is covered in dense arrays of tiny characters as if deliberately designed to crush the reader. Readers will probably forget it in regard. There's only 1% of people are making reports this maliciously dense. JB, huh? But the paper as thick as one of those weekly manga tomes. As I began preliminary flip over, skimming past lengthy shirts and body, JB's overseer's German personality. Several bold phrases quickly catches my eyes. The prosperity of the Izukan, light and shadow. He used to Makina birth to the present day. Installed Departmental Order 1187 plan. Well, shit. Okay, no wonder she couldn't hand it over directly. This looks like a garbage bag of highly illustrated material. Even the people directly involved in organizing the job probably doesn't have access to such a comprehensive rundown of the facts. Some of the documents in these things are clearly marked removed and copying is strictly prohibited. As a whole, this is dangerously outside the range of what JB is permitted to spread a crowd around her personality initiative. What the hell is that woman thinking? I was clear that the majority of the paper I need is hiding in this bundle of papers, but when it's about the best gift I could hope for right now. Why show me all this? What do you expect me to do, JB? Putting that aside, it seems that it takes 2 or 3 days to read it all. Well, whatever, I'm a chronic insomniac. Yeah, anyway, so it shouldn't be hard to find the time. If nothing else, a decent sleep is always appreciated. I take us a whole long day from the fridge and drink deeply and loudly, strangely from the bottle. For the first time since leaving JB's office, I feel halfway human again. With a deep sigh, I drop my pants on the floor and then focus my attention on the first document of many. Wow, it's already 7. I guess JB will try to paint as detailed a picture as possible. There is a fair amount of information that looks irrelevant at first glance to the point where the document seems almost overly long. As I continue to read, I have to find myself realize that she is carefully foreshadow critical events, providing background natural bit by bit instead of dumping it on the reader at all once. It's actually a pretty ingenious structure and surprisingly readable considering the dense material. Before I know it, I spent several hours with my eyes glued to the pages pointing over the documents one after another. When the knocks come at my door, I was surprised to find it already past 7 o'clock. Oh, so cute. Yeah, I'll be right there. quickly get out the stack of paper I've been left with through. I stack it away deep inside my rucksack.
パパ、今日の晩ご飯は酢豚なのよ。お肉が嫌いなパパのために豚の代わりにじゃがいものもちもち揚げが入ってるの。とっても美味しいのよさ。
Ah, so good.
どうかした？酢豚は嫌いだった？パイナップルは入ってないのよ。
Stop thinking, Yuji. That's not it. It's just why nothing big. It's not as though there's really any need to hide the truth, but seeing the mega of the non-official of it's just been ready appear before my eyes despite a strong way Hokyo. Trying to discuss those feelings, I draw a hand on Makina's head with a firm thumb.
何？
Your hair's a little damp, kid. Just out of the bath or something?
今日はね、見たいテレビがあるから早めにお風呂入ったのよ。
Alright, today's Professor Dave. Okay, Dave.
そうそう、今日はね、デイブがヘビに噛まれるのよ。パパも一緒に見ようよ。
Sure, but let's eat first. My head is feeling unpleasant, probably because I've been reading Japanese documents all this time. Oopsie, not to say that I'm physically tired or unwell, it's pure psychological weight.
セーブするわ。
I'm gonna say first. I think I skipped something. Oh, it's already 14. Don't tell me it says until 20.
ロードするわ。
Oh, it's nothing. Learning the details of this girl's past was a harsher burden than I expected.
はーい、お待たせなのよ。豚なし酢豚なのよさ。
Looks pretty tasty.
でしょ？腕によりをかけて作ったのよ。さあ、担当上がり。
こらこら、あんたが一人で作ったみたいな顔しないの。あんたはちょっとお手伝いしただけでしょ。
でもじゃがいものもちもち団子を作ったの私なのよ。
確かにじゃがいもをぐにぐに練ったのはあんただけどさ。むしろあんたは私があげるたびに横でつまみ食いしてた方が多いんじゃない？ 12 個作ったのに8個しか残ってなかったのはなぜなのかしら。
だって美味しかったのよさ。
We're hardly a big deal, right?
またあんたはそうやってマキナを甘やかすんだから。
Yes, you're right. I didn't really need to point out. I really aware that I'm being more than a little soft on Makina right now. Sachi wasn't wrong the other day. This girl really does have a past that can change the way you see her. Once you know the face, it's impossible not to look at her with sympathy in your eyes. And knowing that your pity will only make the girl feel even more miserable, you end up trying not to look at it all. Makina always kept the details of her past to herself precisely because she didn't want to deal with that sort of awkwardness in her relationships here. Just looking into the face of her friends who learn the truth won't be painful. However, it's now absolutely necessary to understand Makina's past down to the smallest details. And in truth, she needs to know what I have learned. That's just basic courtesy. Let's say how exactly am I supposed to bring something like that up? But certainly now the girl's straightforward personality solves that problem for me.
ねえパパ、今日はずっと何か読んでるけど、何を読んでるの？
Oh, documents about your past.
私の？
Yeah, that's right.
ま、いっか、パパなら。っていうか、聞かれれば教えてあげたのよさ。
Am I going to go to your pastime now? Alright, I'll check with you if there's something I don't understand in there.
一つ聞いてもいい？
What is it?
最近パパが妙に優しいのはそれが原因？
No, I think that's just a result of me sleeping with you. Men always treat women really nice after they made love for the first time.
そっか、じゃあいいや。
Seriously?
じゃあさ、もう一回抱かれたらもっと優しくなる？
I think not. If I spoil you any more than this, you'll go completely rotten in no time.
なんだい、つまんないの。
Surrender yourself, kid. Anyway, wasn't there something you wanted to watch on television?
おう、せやった。デイブ見なきゃ。
Bye.
じゃあパパ、膝枕をしておくれ。
What? You want me to watch lying down?
そんぐらいは甘えさせてくれんでしょ。
Proper posture is important when you watch television, and you're just going to fall asleep if you lie down, aren't you?
まあまあ、いいからいいから、ほら。
Ugh. A cafe on the sofa next to me with a confident pushiness of a girl declining to take no like Makina drop her head casual on my lap, then flips on the TV with the remote in her hand. I do feel like I might be getting a little too soft on the girls at this point, but I can't really myself to object too strongly. Probably more evidence on the effect already those papers had me on me.
デイブ教授のアメイジングアニマル。いやー、キッズたち、元気だったかい？今週もアメイジングアニマルが始まるよ。今日の特集は先週予告したようにヘビの特集だ。
Today, Professor Dave gonna die because of the poison by the snake. Dick clutching his usual attire makes his way down richly when the ruler road with a giant smile on his face.
みんなは100歩だというヘビを知っているかな？そいつに噛まれると100歩歩くうちに死ぬと言われているとても恐ろしいヘビだ。そして今日僕が来ているここベトナムには現地で2ステップスネークと呼ばれるその名の通り2歩歩くうちに死に至ると言われる猛毒を持ったヘビがいるんだ。今日はそのヘビを紹介しよう。
The scripts about chase to the instant video that seems to be shot separately. Stock footage, maybe? As a clip of the two stat snakes slipping panel towards the camera lens, play a voice-over placement. Now voice encourage uncontrollable bleeding, playing out his fears laterally.
どうだい？恐ろしいヘビだろう。毒自体の強さはそれほど強くはないが、一度に吐き出す毒の量が多いのが2ステップスネークの恐ろしさだね。さて、今日僕がやってきたのはヘビの養殖場だ。ここでは80種類のヘビが2000匹も養殖されているんだ。
As Dave points ahead with a triumphant grind, the camera turns to find local staff from the snake casually release a size of a serpent, then giving a few pokes with a frayed bamboo stick. The animal seems none too pleased.
これが2ステップスネークだ。どうだい？恐ろしいだろう。もうよし、早速噛まれてみよう。
What? Time to get beaten? What the hell? Why does this guy always seems to enjoy the getting beaten part so much? More importantly, they didn't just say the renegade key in second plan. I'm not following the logic progression here.
Ouch!
The show is like it will be they rolls around exaggerated passion.
これは痛い。痛すぎる。やばい。こいつはリアルな方だ。
As opposed to what an imposter, of course he's going to hurt if you let anything by you. What's with this show anyway? Sometimes I feel like it's less of an animal documentary and more of an entertainment show for the bloodthirsty children to calculate Dave's reaction. The local staff members quickly administer anti-venom. Let it go bite Voldemort with many is swallowed out several times. It's not worth it. This doesn't look pretty damn bad. I mean seriously, should someone stop Dave for his own good? I can't voice my thoughts out loud, but Makina doesn't react. Makina? The Grisaia shot a soft regular breath suggests she's falling asleep. I don't know why she's been strangely quiet lately. I thought she's okay. Everyone considers shaking her shoulder to wake her up, but even says it will probably be shot the victory. Okay, the DVR under our television series to be saving the program. Let's look at such as say they automatically start recording this time every week. Makina's mouth flopped loosely open and mouth, emitting a meaningless blabber that doesn't rise to the level of sleep talking. Honestly, it's pretty cute in a way. Guess it's pretty hurt to let her sleep a little longer. Probably if it get annoying, Mitchell happens to wander by. If I was worried about my dignity, however, it'd be easy enough to just lower the girl's head off my lap. Maybe we carry her up to her room. That's why we at least the form making sure it's here. That I choose not to do so, mostly because the weight and warmth of Makina's body feels surprisingly present. I don't understand why I come to feel this way about her. But then again, my master didn't understand the reason she took me in until the day she died. Come to think of it, I'm not sure exactly why, but there was a time I asked somebody why she was going out her way to look after average little past like Makina.
なんでって言われてもな。
There had to be some reason you started, right?
きっかけね。まああるっちゃあるけど、どうなんだろう。前にさ、マキナは一人でお風呂に入ると寝ちゃうって話はしたよね。
I remember you saying that.
あの子がこの学園に来て間もない頃にさ、やっぱりお風呂で寝ちゃって溺れかけたことがあってね。それ以降は私と一緒にお風呂に入るようになったんだけど、マキナと一緒にお風呂に入った時、ちょっと驚いたことがあってさ。
Like what?
あの子さ、手ぬぐいの絞り方が変だったのよね。こうさ、タオルをボールみたいに丸めて両手でギューって握って絞るの。普通さ、手ぬぐいって四つ折りにしてねじって絞るでしょ。あの子さ、それを知らなかったの。私さ、それ見た時に、この子今までどんな環境で生きてきたんだろうとか、誰も教えてくれる人がいなかったのかなとか思ったら、なんかそういうのを教えるのが私の仕事なのかなって勝手に思ってさ。それ以降かな、私がマキナの面倒を見るようになったのって。きっかけがあるとしたら多分それだと思う。
That small thing?
いや、別にそれが全てってわけじゃなくて、そういった小さなことの積み重ねでいつの間にかって感じでね。でもね、別に成り行きで仕方がなくってわけじゃないのよ。そりゃね、最初はめんどくさい子だなって思うこともあったけど、ずっとあの子のそばにいて、普通の何でもない小さなことを毎日積み重ねて、ある日ふっと気がつくの。ああ、私この子のことが大好きなんだなって。まあ私とマキナは女の子同士だし、恋愛とはまた別の感情なんだろうけど、ある日本当にふっと気がつくんだよね。この子が好きだって。一度気がついてそれを認めちゃえばあとは楽だよ。なんでこんなことしてるんだろうって悩まなくなるから。
I see.
自覚のないまま人を好きになるって珍しいことじゃないよ。もう認めちゃいなよ。私のこと好きなんでしょ。
Okay, now you're lost me. Let's spare me the tihihihi women. You can fall in love with someone without even realizing it. Until you notice the simple truth, it's impossible to come up terms with your own emotions. The question is this really how it should be? Rolls around in your head over and over. But by now I found my answer. Looking down at the girl quietly sleeping on my lap, I find myself once again recalling the documents I spent the afternoon reading. The house Makina was born into, the aristocrat is built on a long and unbroken tradition of corruption and avarice. A fat parasitic cancer on the body politic with roots reaching down to the bone. Just among the papers I looked over today, there were credible references to embezzlement, fraudulent budget inflation, and insider trading related to government projects, and that's clearly just scratching the surface. Among the leaders of this clan, Masasaka was the one and only individual of genuine integrity. The man married into the family, so he became outside of the loop at first. But after Makina's birth, he brushed against the darkness at the core of the Irisu and realized he's being integrated into a profoundly evil machine. Uncomfortable with the clan's immoral dealing, Mr. Masasaka tried incredibly hard to move the Irisu onto a straighter path, motivated in no small by considering of his newborn daughter. But in the end, his action was nothing more than a nibbling of an ant at the foot of an elephant, producing no result other than his complete isolation within the family. And when Mr. Masasaka laid hands on proof of the Irisu's secret and crime, the family separated him from itself like a lizard shedding its tail. It was an elaborate planned assassination, using his love for Makina against him. You might say the girl was his arch-hilarious heels. Makina was abducted in a sham kidnapped planned by her own relative, who suspected to lure out her father. Mr. Masasaka swallowed their deception hooker line and sinkers. He wanted to negotiate with the kidnapper bearing a 120 million yen ransom and was murdered before his daughter's eyes. He was an honest and timid man by nature, just as the criminals had demanded. He went to the meeting without telling anyone of the situation, and he died for that mistake. Up until that point, everything went off exactly according to the Isu's leadership's plan. Their one and only slip-up was leaving the execution of the kidnap to the men from the Branch family. The Branch family had been entrusted with the cleaning of the main house's mess ever since their incorporation into the Irisus. The leadership pushed this job onto them without a second thought, a decision that completely complicated matters. Estimated that the faction could gain dramatically if the man's family's successor candidate was to disappear along with her father. The kidnappers took a gamble and left Makina in a warehouse where they escaped. The girl spent a week tied to a pillar next to her father's corpse before she was finally discovered. Unfortunately, these events took place in the summer. The body began to change rapidly and soon started to emit a foul stench. The psychological stress of watching her father rot, combined with the physical stress of hunger and dehydration, left Makina in a truly terrible state by the time she was rescued. Afterwards, she spent 6 long years shut up in a hospital under the branch family controls, tormented by severe PTSD symptoms and other complications. You went through a hell of a lot, kid. As I muttered the word, my eyes returned to the girl sleeping on my lap. There are tears running down her face. Makina, what kind of a dream is she seeing right now? No matter how harsh the reality is, sure it's not too much to hope the girl might find happiness when she falls asleep. Do we see a flashback?
それは夢。
Oh, finally a flashback!
何度も何度も見続けた辛く悲しいだけの夢。
いや、よく来てくれたね、イリス正隆さん。電話で伝えた通り、誰にも知られずに来たかな？ん？
当たり前だ。警察はもとより妻にすら何も伝えてはいない。そんなことより娘を、マキナを返してくれ。金ならちゃんと用意してきた。
まあまあ、そう慌てなさんなって。あんたの娘はそこにいる。ちっとばかしほっぺたと膝をすりむいているかもしれないが、それ以外は無事だ。腹が減ったらいけないと思ってさっきピザを注文したところだ。あんたも一緒に食ってくといい。
マキナ！
おっとっとっと、まだだよ正隆さん。まずは現金を確認させてもらわなきゃ。こっちも仕事なんでね。ああ、ピザの代金は俺が出すから気にしないでいい。それよりちゃんと持ってきたのかな？使い古しの少額紙幣で200万ドル。
そこにスーツケースが2つある。それが僕の自由に動かせる金額の全てだ。好きにすればいい。
そう。じゃあ確認させてもらおうかな。おい、確認しろ。
よし。マキナ、無事か？怪我は？
まだだって言ってんだろ。せっかちだね、あんたも。金が数え終わるまで待ちなよ。何か飲む？と言ってもビールとダイエットコーラしかないが。
ボス！
だ、もうでかい声出すな。びっくりしてビールこぼしちまったじゃねえか。
ボス、どう見ても金が足りね
え。はあ？なんで？いくら？
パッと数えてみたところじゃ12万ドル。あとはわけのわからねえ紙切れが。
紙切れ？ああ、どういうことなのかな、正隆さん。今すぐに納得。
君たちから電話があったのは昨日だぞ。そう簡単に都合よく金が用意できるはずもないのは電話で何度も説明したはずだ。
まあね。そりゃ無理を言ってるのは分かってるよ。分かっちゃいるが、そこを何とかとお願いしたはずだよね。そんであんたはできるだけ何とかするって言ってくれたじゃない。それが何？12万ドル？あんたの娘はたったの12万ドルか？これじゃ返してやれるのは娘の腕一本。
だから150万ドル分の債券を用意した。
おいおいおいおい、勘弁してくれよ。俺は現金が欲しいと言ったじゃないか、正隆さん。それが債券？冗談じゃない。そんなもんどうやって換金しろって言うんだろう。そんなもん下手に転がしてみろ。投資顧問が黙っちゃいないだろ。
心配ない。もちろん無記名の債権だ。小切手なんかよりずっと安全だ。
そういう問題じゃないんだよ。あんた全然分かっちゃいないな。こんなもんもらったところで俺たちはまずその債権が本物か、そして有効なのかを調べなきゃいけない。そんな手間はごめん被りたいんだよ。わかるか？言いたくないが俺たちは田舎者だな。あんたテキサスの田舎道にあるドライブインでカードを使えるかと財布から金色のカードを出した間抜けと同じことをしているんだなあ。そうだろ？
しかし僕にはこれが精一杯で。
そんな言い訳なんざ聞きたかねえのよ。冗談じゃない。この子さらうのにいくら金かかったと思ってんだよなあ。ああさあイライラすんなもう。
ボス、あれ見てください。
ああテレビがなんだ。
今画面に映ってんのイギリスの人間じゃないですか？
ああてめえんとこの娘と亭主がえらい目に遭おうって時に正隆さんよ、あんたは本当に嫁にも何も言わずに来たんだな。俺はあんたのそういうバカ正直なところすげえ気に入ってるよ。そんなあんたならめんどくせえこともなくすんなりと仕事ができると踏んでたんだ。ところがどうだ、あんたが用意できたのはたった12万ドルと紙切れだけ。話にならない。そうだろな。
そんなバカな。
そりゃ俺のセリフだって。あんた俺の話聞いてんのか？ちょっと待て。この画面に映ってんのあんたんとこの家族だよね。まあそこまではいいとしてよ。その嫁の隣にいる男と二人に手をつながれている女の子は誰よ？
バカな。こんなのは。
そっか、そういうことか。あんた捨てられたんだな。こいつらは替え玉だろ。そっか、あんたこの子と一緒に。
そうだ。
見捨てられた理由はあんたにもおおよその察しはついてんだろ。あんたはイリス一族の汚職に対して拭いがたい罪悪感があって家族と対立することも多かった。一族にしてみりゃ無駄に正義感の強すぎるあんたは一族の生みのような存在だったっつうこったな。
やめろ。子供の前でそんな話を。
まあいいじゃねえのよ。こうなった以上はあんたが持っている汚職の証拠ってやつを俺に譲ってくれよ。そしたらさ、足りない身代金の代わりにイリス家から金をもらえるだろ。
最初からそれが目的だったのか。
まあその予定がなかったって言えば嘘になるが、あんたがちゃんと金を用意すればこうはならなかったんだぜ。どうする？汚職の証拠とやらを俺に渡してみちゃどうだ？何を悩むことがあんだよ。あんたと娘を見捨ててみんなで仲良くコンサートに行くような薄情な家族に今さら義理立てする理由もなかろう。あんた犬っころみてえに捨てられたんだぞ。悔しかねえのかよ。
もちろん悔しいさ。だが悔しいからといって悪に対して悪をもって制裁するのは悪の連鎖を読んでますます大きな。
ご立派だね。あんたそんな善人でよくイリス家にいられたもんだよ。
何とでも言ってくれ。とにかく金は用意できるだけ用意した。娘は返してもらう。
だよねだよね。あんたならまあそういうだろうってのは分かってたよ。まあつまり金が用意できなかった時点であんたの運命はほぼ決まってたってわけなんだけどさ。
パパ、危ない！後ろ！
バカだな。もうね、あんたほんとバカ。救いようのないバカだよ。このお嬢ちゃん、イリス・マキナには同年代の妹がいる。つうことはあれだ、替え玉には事欠かないってわけで、わざわざ高い身代金を払う必要もないし、むしろそうなってくれた方が都合のいい人間だっているかもしれない。正隆さんよ、俺だって好きでこんなことしてるんじゃないんだぜ。むしろ非常に残念な結果になったと思っているし、こうして引き金を引いている今も全くもって胸くその悪い思いだよ。実に嫌な仕事だ。だが嫌な仕事だからって部下に押し付けるわけにもいかないじゃないか。だから俺はこうして自らの手で後始末をしているわけだ。しかしあんた実に残念な父親だ。いいかい、俺はこう見えても一応は公平な立場だったんだ。もしあんたが200万ドルきっちりと耳を揃えて用意できていたのなら、俺たちはその金を受け取って「お疲れ様でした」とこの場から笑顔で帰って、ちょっと艶のある女将のいる小料理屋にでも入ってささやかな祝杯をあげていたんだよ。それがどうだい。あんたが可愛い娘のためにかき集めてきた金はたったの12万ドル。こいつはいただけだよ。おまけに俺が汚職の証拠で手を打とうと譲歩してみせりゃ、それまで断っちまうんだから全くお話にならないよ、正隆さん。あんたそれでも父親かい。父親だったら娘のためにどんな悪いことをしてでも金をかき集めてこなきゃ嘘だろ。実に残念だ。俺は情けなくて涙出てくるよ。あくそ、弾がなくなっちまった。おい、弾よくぞ。
ボス、もうその辺で。
あ、なんだ。銃のせいで耳が聞こえねえんだ。もっとでかい声で話すバカ。
ボス、もうその辺で。そろそろずらかった方が。
だってうるせえな。おいおいおいおい、待て待て待て待て。正隆さんまだ生きてんじゃねえかよ。なんでだよ、不死身かこいつ。
ボスが下手くそだからじゃ。
ああ、聞こえねえっつの。言いたいことがあるなら言えよ。
なんでもねえっすよ。
ああ、そうか。お前言え。ほっときゃ勝手に落ちるだろ。そんじゃ消えるか。ああ、くそ、頭痛い。
ボス、ガキの方はどうしますか。
あ、そうな、生かしておく理由もなくなったしな。もう弾がねえっつ。締め殺すか。
でもボス、もう時間が。
あ、時間なんのよ。
飛行機の時間です。
そっか。じゃあもういいか。めんどくせえし。行くぞ、ガキは放っておけ。どうせ顔は見られちゃいない。
そう、これは夢。早く目が覚めてほしいって、ただそれだけを何度も願い続けるだけの。
マキナ、君はどこか。
私は平気。それより
僕も平気だよ。
嘘だろ。だってパパ、血がいっぱい出てるよ。
本当だよ。全然痛くないんだ。いっぱい血が出てるのに。
私をかばった。
気にすることはないよ。これは当然のことだからね。
でも
ごめんよ、マキナ。
パパ、どうして謝るの？
僕の娘に生まれてこなければ、君はこんな目に遭わずに済んだのに。
謝らないで。 変だよ。どうしてそんなことで謝るの？
泡を解いて君を自由にしてあげたいけど、指がごめんよ。
パパ、どうしたの？
マキナ、何かお話をしてくれないかな。
話って？
何でもいいんだ。何か楽しい。
人に言われても困るよ。
そうだね。楽しい話題。
パパ、笑ってる。
そうだよ。
どうして？痛くない？
平気さ。言っただろ。全然痛くないよ。何も感じない。
そうね。パパは笑っているもの。
当たり前さ。僕が君に。
いっぱいあるじゃない。この前に私のお誕生日も一緒にお祝いしようって約束したのに、仕事が忙しいって帰る。
そうか。
もう何がそんなにおかしい？
僕はね、君には僕の。
私、パパの絵。
そうか。ありがとう。
パパ。
ごめんよ。
パパ、眠いの？
No, he's dying.
仕方がないね。お仕事だものね。
ごめんよ。
私はママのために働いているのだから。いいよ、パパ。でも、1時間経ったら起こすからね。
And then Makina stay here for like a
私
week.
は何度も声をかけも、パパは目を覚まさな。パパはぐっすりと眠ってしまった。やがて朝になり、周りが明るくなっても、私は何度もパパに声をかけた。やがてまた日が落ちて夜にな。それでもやっぱりパパは目を覚まさない。そしてまた朝になって、またそのうち、ほら、虫がね、虫がほらいっぱいね。
Dan san, and
ど
the
こか
episode,
ら
my
来た
friend.
のかしら。
セーブするわ。
So we have come to the breakdown. Yeah, we have seen the breakdown right now. Thank you for watching my video. My video is just for fun. Don't take heart, brothers and sisters. Okay, magic word time. Adios and Famosa.